Hey everybody, welcome back to my Pink Room of Doom. As always, I hope you're doing well today. And in this video, we're going to be revisiting my Squier Mini Strat as suggested by a lovely commenter. So before we get into the video, just a really quick plug. You may have noticed my shirt. You may have noticed the sticker right here. That's because I've got merch now. How cool is that? So yes, I've set up a Teespring store and I've set up a Redbubble store. So Teespring is going to be where you can get the t-shirts. Redbubble is going to be where you can get the stickers. I do have some stickers on the Teespring store as well, but I think I'm going to use Redbubble primarily for the stickers, but you can get them both on those stores. So I've got t-shirts, I've got tank tops, men's, women's, all that kind of stuff. If you get on there and you don't see something that you want, a color, a specific kind of shirt, whatever the case may be, just hit me up, let me know, and I'll make some changes for you. I'm gonna leave a link to all of that stuff in the description below if you wanna go check it out. So enough of that, let's go ahead and talk about the guitar. So I'm making this video for two reasons. A commenter got on my original video where I talked about this, which if you wanna go check that out, I'll leave a link up there in the card somewhere or down in the description somewhere, and ask where the follow-up was. And I don't remember mentioning a follow-up in that video, but I went back and watched it and I did, so I kind of owe it to you guys to do a follow-up on this thing. And B, I plan on doing a follow-up on this thing anyway, whether I mention it or not, because I was going to do some stuff to this guitar, and I've done stuff to this guitar. Primarily the pickups. Now, if you look really close, regular viewers of my channel may notice that these are Duncan design pickups. Now, where have we seen Duncan design pickups on this channel before? You're probably thinking of the Squier vintage modified 70s Strat, right? You'd be right. Here's the thing, I no longer own that guitar, but hear me out. Just hear me out real quick. So as I said, I plan to upgrade this thing to some degree, right? I plan on at least changing the pickups because right now I have no problems with the pots or anything. They're not crackling or anything, they work. So I just wanted to switch the pickups out and see if it was even worth upgrading this thing. But I really didn't want to spend a whole lot of money to put into this if it wasn't really gonna make that big of a difference. But I had that other Strat kicking around. So I said, you know what, just for fun, I'm gonna take the pickups out of that, put them in here, and then put these pickups in the vintage modified. Something very strange happened. So, as expected, this guitar sounds better. It's got something that I feel was lacking, and I think it's at the low end. It's hotter. I don't feel like these pickups are vintage voiced. So to me, they really didn't fit too well in the vintage modified, right? It's supposed to be like a 70s Strat. I don't know how a true 70s Strat is, but to me, these pickups didn't really fit the aesthetic. They fit perfectly in this, and they work really, really well in this Strat. Now, as I mentioned before, I put the original pickups that were in here in the vintage modified, and guess what? It gave that Strat a whole new life. Like, those pickups sounded amazing in that Strat. And I was like, that's crazy. It sounds like a Strat, right? Like, this doesn't really sound like a Strat, but it does, but that sounded like a Strat. I mean, it was crazy. It sounded really, really good. But here's the thing. I wasn't really playing it as much. And I said, you know what? It still sounds good. You know, I'm not gonna rip anybody off or anything, right? If it sounded bad, I probably would have swapped them around and then got some new pickups for this and put the original pickups back in that, but it sounded great. So I sold that, and here we are left with this. So I guess that begs the question, is it worth upgrading one of these little mini Strats? Well, in my experience with putting some still kind of cheap-ish pickups in it, but definitely upgrading what was in it before, I'm gonna say absolutely yes. Now keep in mind, these are probably gonna change again at some point because I have some ideas, pretty crazy ideas for this thing. Think Agafish. I'm saying that I'm gonna put really expensive pickups in this thing at some point. So that's kind of the plan with this. That's been the plan all along because I just love playing this thing. It's so much fun. I still highly recommend, if you can find one of these, you can find them on the used market all day long for like 50 bucks. If you can find one, pick it up and just have it. It's a great instrument to have. So there you go, that's just the follow-up. I gave you guys some playing clips throughout the video there, so if you liked it, give the video a like, make sure you subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, if you like the shirt, if you like the sticker, if you want to support this channel in any way you can other than subscribing, please check the description for my Teespring store and my Redbubble store for stickers. And I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and until next time, take care.